We're about to go home. He's all in his car seat, good to go. Sucking away. Sucking away. Sucking away. Good morning. I hope you enjoyed the past couple of days and all those videos, but today is going to be a very fun day because today we are going to be able to go home and I can't wait. Little man's doing great. Our first night of sleep was awful. It was terrible. Seriously, it was the worst night of sleep I've ever had. He just won't sleep in his bassinet. He just won't sleep in there. And being a new dad, I mean, you're always trying to figure out a little bit, you're trying to figure him out and try to figure out his signals and what each cry means and what each thing means. And so you're like trying. And so I was just up all night with him. So was Megan. I tried to make her go to sleep, but she would still pop up because, I mean, she's got those mom senses going on. But yeah, we were up all night that first night. And it was just awful. I was pushing around in the bassinet in the hallway, and he was doing fine. And then as soon as I would stop, he'd start crying. Just holding him. And so the nurse finally came in at like 4 a.m. a couple nights ago and said, "Hey, do you want us to take him?" And Megan and I almost like broke down and cried because we're like, yes, we want to sleep so bad.
We're trying.
So she took him, which was awesome. And we got a couple of hours of sleep, which was great, which was much needed. But last night, it went super well. Seriously, it went really well. Megan did awesome last night. She did a great. He didn't feed much the night before, but last night Megan was able to get two great feedings in, 2 solid feedings in.
Yesterday he had his circumcision, and then he didn't feed all day, so then last night he did 4 or 5 like cluster feedings where it was just about 10 minutes each. I'm nursing right now, that's why he's not turning the camera towards me. They were not even 10 minutes, they were super short, 6 minutes even. Mm-hmm. And then I got 2 really good, 1 20-minute I think, and then 1 25-minute. So he had circumcision just knocked him out for the whole day, and we were so nervous because we thought it was going to be a repeat of the night before, like just him being up and stuff. And he was awake from like 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. I was holding him, and he was just looking around and eyes wide open, and he was just looking at everything. And but it's fun too because it's so much fun seeing his eyes open and the way he's looking around. It's like the cutest thing in the world. And now every like, I don't know, maybe like once an hour he always does like this little really stinking cute sneeze. It's so stinking cute. But anyway, so yeah, today we get to go home and we had a great night of sleep. That's what I was saying. Sorry, I forgot what I was talking about. We had a great night of sleep. I held him from about 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Is that right? I don't know either. I held him for quite a bit over my shoulder. And after he fed one time and he fell asleep, but then I made a mistake of trying to put him back in his bassinet, and that was a terrible idea because he just woke right back up. But me and him, we hung out for a little bit. I think I fell asleep with him in my arms actually for like 10 minutes. I was like switching from side to side, so I put him over here, fell asleep, or like I like closed my eyes and my neck would start hurting, so I'd drop him and put him off the other side and just did that for like an hour or so. And then Megan fed him at 12:20, and that was like she fed him for like 25 minutes. She's on like 45 minutes of feeding right now. She's 40 minutes of feeding him. Now he's probably like, is he just like stopping and going? Well, that's how he always is.
So he's stopping, and he's not like just straight sucking for 40 minutes. He doesn't have that strength yet. But yeah, that's so funny. He's probably doing it more for comfort now too. Because he did have a binky with him when he came into our room,
So they probably did give him a pacifier last night because he was crying. So I'll get to that anyway. So 12:20, Megan fed for like 25 minutes, and she and then right after because it was such a long feeding, he just clonked out in her arms. And so what we did, we actually wanted to see if he would sleep with her for a bit in his arms and stuff, because she's still in a hospital bed and stuff, so there's no like risk of her turning over and anything. So yeah. So yeah, Megan's still in quite a bit of pain down there. She's still pretty swollen. But anyway, so she slept with him in his arms for almost 2 hours. I think it was 2 hours. It was like 2 hours right on the dot. And so from 12 to 2, he slept in her arms, which was awesome, because then I got to sleep. And then so what we did at 2, she fed him again because he popped up. He started waking up, so she went right to feeding him. Latched on great, and she fed him for like 10 minutes. And then she what'd you do?
And then she came.
Oh yeah, and then she came. I checked his diaper, and then our nurse came, and she took him to the nursery. And she took him to the nursery for like
4 hours.
Yeah, for like 3.5 hours. Yeah, it was about 3.5 hours. And but he didn't just sleep there. They were running some tests. They ran tests. He got his footprints, stuff like that. So that's why it was a little bit longer. But then he came back to our room at like 6:45, and she just went right back to feeding, and he's still feeding. So, but I'm probably going to burp him a bit. But today we get to go home. I know there's a lot of information. That was 6 minutes of information. I'm so sorry. I know that was a long clip, but now you know. So we'll probably see you guys right when we're starting to get home. So we're going to get some stuff situated here, and hopefully by the afternoon we'll be able to go home.
Stupid.
She's all stressed. I'm like, he's not crying.
What you doing, May?
I put him in his clothes. I'm sorry.
Here, just start with this.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Help you?
Just start with his feet first.
Putting on his clothes to
My hands
go
are a little cold.
home.
My hands are a little cold, buddy. There, that's what I needed to do with this.
We're going home. We're going home.
Oh wait, are they gonna cut these off?
We're about to go home. He's all in his car seat, good to go. Sucking away. Sucking away. Sucking away. Let's do this. Dude, I'm surprised you're doing.
Let's go home.
He's doing a lot better right now than I was expecting. Good for you. Good for you, buddy. Prove me wrong. Oh.
I'll get it. Welcome home.
Alright, so here's the game plan. Jayce hasn't seen Megan in a couple days, and he's never seen little man. So Megan's gonna go in and get the excitement of seeing her over with, and then I'm gonna bring him in a minute or two.
Jayce, come here. You're interested in mom. Incoming. Hi.
Hey, Jayce. Can you sit? Sit? Oh, yeah. It's been on the whole time. Can you sit? Okay, can you sit? Can you sit? You good?
He's shaking, but his tail is down. Look at him waiting.
Don't let him lick him.
Good job. Okay, got that over with?
Hi. We good?
We're home now, which is awesome. Megan took a really good nap, and now the baby took a really good nap. But Jayce is figuring this whole thing out. He's just not, they're changing him right now. Jayce isn't, what is that, Jayce? He's not sure how he feels about this.
No, buddy, it's okay.
He's probably more interested in the dirty clothes. Uncle Kellen and Aunt Kiki are changing him right now. And one thing that Kellen started to do, so they have this wallpaper that goes right here. And so Kellen tore it down the other day, and then Mike and Casey and Roxanne painted this room. So this looks so much better, all white now. And they brought it to over here. And now next part is to tear down all of that wallpaper and make that white. So this is my office. This is my little office. I've got all these cool comic books. I've been collecting old comic books now. So I've got a whole bunch. So I need to get, I want to get a whole bunch of black frames. And I want to put them all over the wall behind me. So I just want to fill up the whole room with just old comic books and frames and stuff. So it'd be pretty cool. There you go. So Jayce is a little bit better now. You good, buddy? You good? Huh? Are you worried? Are you worried about him? Alright. Roxanne and Mike went to go get some food.